the former age,
right,
and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
Right, of our fathers, okay? That's what we got to do as Israelites, okay? We got to go back to the Zebulun, Ike, them ancient times, okay? Zebulun is be old or ancient, and Ike is times, all right, bar in the Hebrew. Yep. That's what we got to go back to the Ibar, to the past, yep, all right? Because that's what we are. Hebrew, go back to Ibar, right? Ibaria, what? Which what from the past.
Yep.
All right, so we got to go back back to the past.
And that goes back to Hebrew.
Right.
Eber.
Going back to Ibar, Hebrew, one of our forefathers.
The Lord used Eber to preserve our language,
yes,
and that line.
That's right, and of course our line. All right, and you go into it, and you have it today. Fast forward, we still have it. Okay, through Yahweh Shemi returning to us a pure tongue, that we can call upon Him with one consent. We doing all that the Lord said. So right, get you finished on that?
Yeah.
All right. Now get Barzal.
Yeah.
Or it was Slakia. It was, I think it's 1 Kings
4:33.
Yeah, you got it? Okay, go ahead. Slakia. And there's another precept we will get. All right,
It's verse 32. It says, and he spake 3,000 proverbs and his songs.
You could read a bit above if it gives spirit. Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
It says 1 Kings 4:30, and Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the East country.
Right. So remember we was talking about of the East, right? And how pretty much the origins in ancient times of these different ointments for deodorant and all that such went back to the East. Well, going back obviously to ancient times, we have our forefather being Solomon, all right, which was Yahweh Shai, all right, the wisest man that ever walked and lived, okay, because it's the same as Yahweh Shai as Solomon. And read it again.
Actually, I start up a
verse above. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, verse 29, and the Most High gave Solomon wisdom.
He gave him wisdom. He gave him the chakama, the prudence. All right, Yahweh gave prudence to Solomon. Okay, keep going.
And the Most High gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceeding much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore.
Right, so he had mass wisdom, man, enlargement of the heart, of his mind. Mass wisdom, and you don't think it's going to be of all the different things that come of the herbs, okay, of the earth. All right, that's just one of the great things that the Lord gave unto Solomon. All right, but he asked for the wisdom, so he can rule, of course, his people Israel. All right, go ahead.
And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the East country.
Right, so it excelled all the wisdom of the children of the East country, all the other nations. All right, so thus mean we got the highest knowledge. Okay, we got the highest knowledge of the herbs and all of that through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, because our forefather is what? Solomon, which is Yahweh Shai. All right, so hey, you can't beat that. You know what I mean? That's that. So this is when we seeking the way of our fathers, we got to go back to the stories, as the scriptures say, what? Things written before we get it, brother, gonna get it.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay? You gotta read and know these things, all right? These things ain't something for you to neglect. The Lord left the record for us to always, to Qur'an or read Qur'an what? Read it, all right? Again, again, and again, all right? Go.
God, I got two for you. Said that.
Yep.
The first one is Romans 15:4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime, were written for our learning.
Right, it's written for our learning, man, for us to know, to be prudent, okay? Keep going. I think that's it, though, but yeah.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Right, through all the different sufferance and such, we have, of course, that expectation, all right? For, of course, the salvation through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why this word is a comforter and a healing. Okay, and it's good to know that, all right, I can go and boast that my forefather being Solomon, which was Yahweh Shai, had more wisdom than all of the different kings of the East. All right, brother could get it even into that. Get that also that account where who was that? The queen that came to Solomon and she was blown away by him.
Queen Sheba.
Yeah, get that too. We need that for sure. All right, because, like I said, Solomon was not no ordinary dude, okay? He blew all the other kings of the East out of the way. Brother, got it yet? All right, when brother get it, you start.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead. Yep.
It says 1 Kings 10:1,
Right.
and when the queen of Sheba heard the fame of Solomon.
All right, it's a fame going back to the name, man. Okay, it's a record. Okay, that's heard. That's go out. A report goes out. She heard of it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and when the queen of Sheba heard the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord Yahweh, she came to prove him with hard questions.
Okay. Yeah, keep going.
And she came to Jerusalem with a great train, very great train, and with camels that bear spices and very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart.
Somewhere do the spirit.
And Solomon told her all her questions, and there was not anything hid from the king, which he told her not. And when the queen Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom, and the house that he built, and the meat on of his table, and the sitting of his servants, and the attendance of his ministers, and their apparel, and his cupbearers, and his...
Because Solomon was decked out, man. His kingdom was decked out. And that's a future, that's for the future to come, man. We're going to be decked out crazy because Yahushua was, Solomon, which was Yahushua, like I said, got a little taste of the kingdom, all right, in peace, all right? And we got one that's greater, all right, that's on its way, all right, at the highest level that all the heathen going to envy. Keep going.
And his ascent by which he went up unto the house of the Lord Yahweh,
right?
And there was no more spirit in her.
Yeah, it was no, she was, she lost her breath. You know how a girl be like, like I said, pretty sure a lot of these girls out here going and seeing these little low level, but they ain't, I mean, I don't care. They ain't in this wisdom, they still low level. We got the wisdom, we the men of the Lord, all right? So they'll see these different dudes like Michael Jackson, Prince, when he was alive, Prince, you know, all of them will be fainting, you know, the Beatles.
Yeah, they starstruck.
Starstruck, oh, you know, the girls just draw me over the dude. Hey, when she was blown away by how his kingdom was decked out all the way down to the servants. You know what I mean? So look, look, the Lord have us as his friends. He gonna deck us out great, man, greater, man. So watch, man. It's gonna be insane, man. That's why we gotta keep meditating on the kingdom, right? Go ahead.
And she said to the king, it was true. It was a true report that I heard in mine own land.
Right, so she heard it. It was a true. So also she wanted to know, is it true? You know, because a lot of times you'll hear a report, but then, well, a lot of people are like, oh, get out of there. I don't know about no guy like that. Well, she went and inquired to seek, and she found out. Okay? Go ahead.
Of thy acts and of thy wisdom.
Yeah. Of that wisdom, okay? And of the what? You said what is that?
Oh, yeah, acts. Thy acts and thy wisdom.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yep. That's it? Anything more?
Yes, more.
Okay, go ahead.
Howbeit, I believe not the words until I came.
Yeah, so see, it went into I ain't believe the word until I came. You know, and she blown away just at the entrance. Go, keep going.
And my eyes had seen it.
Yeah, now her eyes have seen. Keep going.
And behold, the half was not told me. Thy wisdom and prosperity exceeded the fame which I heard.
Yeah, so it even blew away the fame in which she heard of. You know? Like she seen actually what it was. Actually, she like, man, it's nothing comparison of what was described in writing. You know what I mean? So just look at that, man. So, hey, this is more things, of course, to meditate and have deep thoughts on how our forefathers was great men, man. You know, and we are our forefathers coming back. So don't be surprised, like I said, when you into different things, garment making the oils, physician doing, you know what I mean? Different holy works in the ministry. You know, different gifts that the Lord gave you in the different administration of the body. All right? Because our people are great people. Remember, Jacob, you gotta get it as a former of all things. Brother gotta get that precept.
Right.
All right?
Which that's Yahushua.
Yes, that's it.
Form of all things.
Yeah, man, created everything, you know? We gotta give all praise to Yahweh, boy, Yahushua. Okay? You know what I mean? Always, in God. Okay? Brother got this right here, read.
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 15. Yahweh hath granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is he that leadeth unto wisdom and
Right.
directeth the wise.
Right. Plain, speak on that.
Yeah, so, you know, let me reread it.
Yeah.
This Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 15. Yahweh hath granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is he that leadeth unto wisdom and directeth the wise. So yeah, like the brother was going into, you know, these great men, all right, you know, they got that wisdom from Yahweh Shai, all right.
That's it.
You know, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
where it came from. That's why we give the glory always to Yahweh Shai. It's not of us. All right. It's unto the Lord and his name be the glory. All right. Keep going.
Yep. Verse 16. For in his hand are both we and our words,
In his hand, his power. Keep going.
all wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship.
So all the knowledge is in the Lord's hands. Okay? So when you dealing, like the Lord dealing with you, the Lord gave you everything. Okay? He gave you all what you need to know. Okay? So don't be sitting there all sad like, oh, like these other niggas, oh, I'm missing out on, what's this, called Roots Picnic. Fuck all that, man. We ain't worrying about all of that. We worrying about this wisdom. Like I said, you got brothers that's talented even at music, that even exceed dudes that's actually performing as professional artists on stage right now. Okay? Real acts in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Dabaq, you had something you was holding?
Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 5. It says that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of the Most High.
Right, so our faith, our belief, our fidelity should not be in the wisdom of men. We're not worrying about whether a man sitting there like esteem us and value us as being something. No, we're worrying about what Yahweh Shai believe was us and what he told us, what we are, all right? Which we of his portion. Does that mean we are the greatest, man?
Yeah.
You know? We are them church fathers, okay? Go ahead.
Right. And
The first fruits.
just to put things into perspective for a second,
Yeah.
you know, brothers be looking for external examples of the power that's in the Lord. I tell brothers, man, look, reflect on your own life. Look at what the Lord pulled you from.
Yeah.
You want to look for a demonstration of the Lord's power, analyze what the hell you used to be in before
Yeah.
you went into the faith. And tell me that ain't an example of the Lord's power.
Right, man.
Okay,
That's it.
start there first.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord totally transformed
Yes.
our spirits, our minds, our persons. That's a demonstration of power.
That's right, man.
Wherever walk of life or place you came from to being where you are right now is a demonstration of the Lord's power, man.
Right, man. Yeah, man. To be called to this holy calling, that's not a light thing. Especially as you see
Right.
all of the prophecies
Well, that's the thing.
on deck.
Beginning with the calling in of itself, the Lord said many. They didn't even say all, many. Right?
Yeah.
So you start right there. Many were called. Now, how many brothers, so-called, came and went? They're no
Right.
longer around.
Mhm.
Then, from there, the Lord reduced it to
A remnant.
right? Many are called,
Mhm.
and reduce it to what? But a few
You are chosen.
are chosen.
Remnant, man. Okay? A remainder
And the
of
Lord is
rest.
constantly sifting.
That's right.
Constantly.
Yeah. Do his word. Okay, bring that agitation, bring adversity. You know what I mean? You don't want to be one that fall out.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, the first thing that the Lord tests is your faith. That's the first
Right.
thing that gets tested.
You know, he test you. Let's see if this he missing the art. Put a Sabbath on a day of an event
Right.
in the world. Are you gonna go to it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Nah, man.
Yeah, these different burdens, man, what they really do is expose weakness. It's an
That's right.
opportunity to, you know, improve your quality of worship when it comes to the Heavenly Father. And they be going through something, man.
Yeah.
You know? Even in failure creates learning opportunities.
3 John 1 and 4.
So I'm going to continue to read.
Got a quick one.
All right?
Okay.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 5. It says,
3 John.
that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of the Most High. It says, howbeit,
If you want,
we
you can
speak
read
wisdom
it.
among them that are perfect. You understand? I'm going to read it again. Howbeit, we speak wisdom among them that are perfect.
Right.
And what does that mean? That means that we essentially, through Yahweh Shai, have been made complete.
Yes.
Through what? Through the doctrine,
That's right.
through the word, through the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding which we have received.
Yeah.
All right, and those that have been able to obtain know, the apport of the apostles and the elders through the Spirit and gain the understanding of these prophecies, they're also a part of that perfection.
Right.
Okay?
Yes. Yeah, man.
Yet not the wisdom of this world,
Got the hawk right there.
yeah, man,
Hawk flying.
nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. And that's really the crux of the message, is how the Lord is translating, right, everything from this kingdom into the one to come, which will be ruled by the Israelites.
Right.
Okay? Because the kingdoms of old all came to nothing.
Yeah.
They had a rise and they had a fall.
Yep.
And America's no different, because it has been prophesied that this place would have a time, okay, and that it would not go beyond its limits, and it would go into, you know, a fall period. And we in that fall period.
Right. That little season, man.
That little season. That's right.
Mhm.
You know, and it all had a process before it came to this point. You know, the Lord's men had to be awoken out of their sleep.
That's right.
You know, and that's all according to prophecy. The Lord had to stir up our pure minds by way of remembrance.
Because he wants to do this.
Okay. And how did we basically incline or be inclined unto the faith? Through the word. Faith cometh by hearing. All right. So the Lord raised up particular men, beginning with the apostles. Okay. And before them, you had what? Abba Bivens, which is Elijah the prophet that was for to come. Also John the Baptist and the reincarnation.
Yep.
All right. In the period of the late 1960s, early 1970s, you had a man by the name of Abba Bivens that returned the hearts of the sons back to the fathers.
Yep.
Okay, you had High Priest Ariah, right, which gave the right interpretation of the Israelites and who they are today.
Yep.
We had King Masha, all right, High Priest Yaquab, all right, which we don't know those men personally. However, we believe the report that was given unto us by the apostles through the Spirit. Okay, and they testify of those men in their great works. And what you had was a succession. From there, the Spirit worked with our apostles, okay, and refined the doctrine. Okay?
That's right, man.
So that's the wisdom in which we speak,
Yes.
all right, which we're going to keep reading, all right, a little bit more in this.
Yep.
It says, but we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery.
Right, man.
And this is really a mystery to people.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
they really can't come to the comprehension of what it is that we're saying. There might be elements that they can get with and they understand, but when you really start talking about the governance of
Yeah.
Israelites and the rulership and the kingdom forever, and we're going to be made perfect,
Yep.
we're going to be superhuman.
Yeah. doing all
That's
that.
okay. Now you lost me.
Yeah.
Now I can get with, you know, dieting and getting more healthy. And,
Right.
okay, it's in the scriptures, and
Mhm.
you know that's a good principle to follow. But then once you start going into the things,
Yeah.
you know, the meats, right? The
Yeah.
meats and the way the salvation is gonna come. That Jake
Carrots.
get lost in their
Yeah.
emotions,
Yep.
all right?
Yeah. Mhm.
or they
Hard
just simply
laws,
can't
yeah.
get it. You know, mainly they're emotionally driven, so they don't, you know, they're not listening to the spiritual reasoning that's coming from the book.
Yep.
It's not we're not making this up on our own,
Yeah. Those good the spirit.
all right?
Yep. God.
So this is just a testament to the wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and how it hasn't been given to just everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, faith. It all begins with faith, and faith is a gift from above. Okay, and faith is our basically, let's say, our connection with the Heavenly Father. All right.
Yeah.
The qualifying factor of whether or not the Lord is dealing with you is really based upon if you have faith or not. Okay, because it's not you can't obtain faith from a man.
Nope.
No man can make you believe this. A man can present you with the information.
Word up.
Okay, he can plant the seed. Another man might come up, all right, and add on to it, which is watering,
Yep.
right? Because when you think in terms of cultivation or agriculture, it's all a process.
Yes.
First of all, you got to prepare the ground. The ground
Right.
will be representative of your mind. Then the seed got to be planted. Then once the seed is planted, you don't neglect it. You can't neglect it.
Nope.
It needs an adequate amount of sunlight. It needs to be given water. And from there, it flourishes. But who allows it to receive that flourishment or increase? The Heavenly Father. All right? That's a demonstration of the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So it says, but we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom. What's the hidden wisdom? The prophecies.
Yep.
Okay? prophecies. How we going to be changed.
Yeah.
People going to watch our salvation. That's really hidden. That really hasn't been given to everybody.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I try to talk about UFOs,
Good.
which are being the angels. Jake don't, and I break it down.
Right.
Some of them that don't got the spirit, like I said, they're not even seeing the vision.
Nope.
We see it clear.
Some people can't even see that America is being fizzled out.
Yeah, right.
Destroyed, man.
Yep.
Come on.
Anyway, reading on, it says, which the power ordained before the world unto our glory. Right? So it begins with Yahalba Shem Yahushua first. But he put us in a position to be joint heirs with him. So when Yahushua is revealed, right? So we're going to be the men that followed him. They're going to be revealed at that time too. It's going to be known who is the Lord's chosen. All right? But Yahalba Shem Yahushua is going to get the glory first, as it should be. You know? We just got to play our role in this thing, because at the end of the day, it's not really about us. It's about the will of Yahalba Shem Yahushua. Which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Right, man, they didn't really understand that that was the Savior. Right, that's why they called for his crucifixion. Right, they accused him of blasphemy.
Yeah.
Right, they accused him of many things.
Yeah.
But had they known that that was actually the Lord in whom they were calling for the crucifixion, they wouldn't have done that. But, you know, prophecy had to be fulfilled, right? You had to have a son of perdition, which was Judas Iscariot. All right? Selling out the Lord for some silver, okay? That all had to happen according to prophecy. However, it makes the point. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither entered into the heart of men the things which the Most High hath prepared for them that love him. And how do we prove our love? What's love to begin with? The keeping of the commandments. And when you keep the commandments, that's a demonstration of work. Okay? Hence, faith without works is dead. But it begins with faith, and then you qualify your faith by your actions, which that's how the works come into play. Right? A little bit more. It says, but the Most High have revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High. For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him? Even so in like manner, right? Even so, the things of the Most High knoweth no man but the Spirit of the Most High. So in order for you to essentially understand the mysteries, the prophecies, all right, you got to have the Spirit of the Lord. All right, now, we're building up to the point. Stay with me, all right? Stay with me. Now, we have received not the spirit of the world, which backs up what the brother was saying. You know, everybody being in these low conditions and low frequencies, basically under the vibration of different spirits, you know, not concerned with the time of the end. These women out here bugged out, falling for a man who's going to be put to death. He's a low-level individual, right? We haven't received that understanding, okay, according to the world, or rather the spirit of the world, all right? But the Spirit which is of the Most High, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High. Which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth.
Right.
So you got to receive the Holy Spirit. All right? You got to receive the Holy Spirit. Okay? It says comparing spiritual things with spiritual, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. You know? Yeah. So exactly, they can't differentiate between reality and a false sense of hope. That's really all that they have right here in America, is a false sense of hope. They got their outings, their concerts, and very soon, all these things are going to be taken away as well. You know? Each passing day, Esau is incrementally passing different policies, okay, and acting certain orders.
Yep. Yeah, man.
And slowly but surely taking away the rights of these people, right out from underneath them. As a matter of fact, he's got them so confused that they're actually calling for their rights to be taken away.
All these shootings. Oh, we need more gun laws because there's more of these different shootings.
Right.
You know, that's what the order I kill is gonna come from.
Right. Yeah, the Lord is basically making a great separation. All right, beginning with the elect. And he's separating them through the Spirit of the Lord through this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So to the world, what we do is foolish. As a matter of fact, even the Lord himself called what we do is foolish. Okay? The the foolishness of preaching. All right? And that's okay. You know, as brothers would say, we are fools for Yahweh's sake. All right? Through and through. And that's okay, because at the end of this deal, right, we're going to be saved. We're going to be protected. We're going to be kept back from harm. The rest of the world, they're going to be destroyed. The rest of the Israelites who didn't heed the calling, who didn't endure to the end, they're going to be destroyed.
Right.
You know? I believe that's the point that you were making, man.
Yeah.
You know, the preciousness of this understanding was basically broken down in the chapter we just read.
That's right. Yeah.
You had the spirit of the world. You wouldn't be concerned with prophecy. What would you be concerned with? Money, women,
chasing hoes,
improving, you know.
Money
So,
bars,
because the thing of it is brothers, essentially for the most part, they hate this life. Not life in of itself. But the problem comes in is when you try to live a certain quality of life, there's the devil over there trying to control you, regulate you, oppress you. So you can't really live the way we were meant to live in this society, in this kingdom, and under this dominion. So we need to be liberated, and we need to be actually free. So beginning with our minds, this knowledge has been gifted unto us from on high, and we got to use it to wake up the rest of the elect. There's been a commandment given that the Lord should not hurt the trees nor the earth until the servants of the Most High be sealed. All right? So that's what we're working towards. We're working towards the kingdom of heaven. That's when we're going to be ultimately liberated from oppression. And we're also not going to sin no more. So that's what we're in search of. Well, I know brothers got precepts.
Yep.
I don't want to take away from the point, but you know, this wisdom is that precious, man.
Yeah, man. The depths of riches.
We got called out of that outer darkness,
man.
which the rest of the world is currently in.
Yeah, we gotta get that.
These people are still in a state of blindness, man. The world is in gross darkness. This man getting ready to come down with all types of hell.
Yeah.
And remember, these people are going to be in a state of shock.
Yeah, because they remember it's gonna come as a thief, as we mentioned earlier. Like, cause look, you see how many fucking cars out here, man?
No?
Yeah.
This block, you would think even if they could park or couldn't park, they was gonna park here anyway.
Right.
Then that's why I realized with Esau, with his money making, you know, with his events and festival, all rules start to just fizzle out.
Right.
He just want to start the event. The rest, fucking, it don't matter, man. You know what I mean? You got cars all over there. They park on the lawn. You know, Fairmount Park Commission say you can't do that. That's all out the window because it's money to be made.
Mm-hmm.
This dude might not even use this light. This light might not even be used, but they rented it, okay, from United Rentals. Because there's big money in this bread and circus.
Right.
You know what I mean? In this darkness. All right? But we in that land, okay? We in the land of the shadow of death. Brother gonna have to get in there. Get the one in Job. This is as darkness at the place of darkness itself. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of darkness out here. You know what I mean? A lot of confusion out here. Shalom, y'all must shop like that. Shalom. Yeah. You know, it's a lot of darkness out here. They got ice cream truck. Look, dudes working, getting overtime. They rented all the little golf carts and everything just to spend the money. Remember, 2 years they shut everything down, told people to stay the fuck home. Now, wait, it's still a pandemic, but we got people. I ain't see a fucking mask. But Fauci made what? These big claims about masks, social distancing. What happened with that? Oh wait, it was just to get these people to Shiraz.
And you got certain people, certain states that are still instituting mandates.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, so you know you see what it is.
So you know it ain't really fully going away.
Right, that's it.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they say, you know, never let a crisis go to waste. So they're going to use this thing for all that they're able to use it for. Whether it's to take away your rights, okay, take away your certain liberties, take away your freedoms, all right, or essentially put fear in you until you submit. They're going to use it to the end. That's why now, what one brother called it, the Curious George.
Oh yeah, the ape. Yeah, I call it the ape, the great ape. Yeah, that's that MP, monkeypox. All right, that's that another pestilence the Lord brought. All right, which they got a case here in Pennsylvania already. I think in Philadelphia. You know, it's gonna be all rampant down in Kensington. Them dirty damn drug addicts all day. You know what I mean? So, brother, got that precept Job. What you got? Darkness. Psalms 23.
I got Isaiah 60.
You got Isaiah 60. All right. So, what you got?
This Job 10.
Yeah, read that, and then you get that. Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'll start up 21. It says, this is Job 10, verse 21. Before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
Right. This is that land. All right. Of darkness, of confusion, of obscurity, of cheshach and heat. All right. Keep going.
It says a land of darkness as darkness itself.
Ignorance. That's ignorance itself, man. Not knowing. Like I said, a lot of these people don't know what's gonna go on. They right there. Oh, when is Jasmine Sullivan playing? Oh, when is Alexa Alex playing? That's all they care right now. Okay, is Jay-Z performing? Is Aunt Marsha Ambrosius performing tonight? Who they gonna bring out? What's her name? Summer Walker. That's all they care about. You know what I mean? The next event, the next Coachella.
Right.
You know what I mean?
what's crazy?
Right.
It's these people, like you said, have been locked indoors for the better half of 2 years.
Yes.
That this happens to be the spirit of the turn-up.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That's the whole spirit. Because people are basically, they're saying, oh, this summer,
Oh, it's on.
this summer we going all
it's
out.
on.
It's gonna be like the summer of 2016, you know,
Right.
the summer of 1990. Because you know, they just in that mentality, like, damn, we
Yeah.
hadn't had basically a summer for the last 2 years, so
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be damned if I don't get to do what I want to do this
Yep.
summer.
Yeah.
So everything's turned up.
Yes.
So these people are even in a greater sense and spirit of darkness than they
Yeah.
were previously.
That's right.
That's the effects that this thing has had on these people's minds.
Yeah.
Because you would think with all the things that you see going on,
Yeah.
people would be more concerned with preparing for the worst and the inevitable
Yeah.
than going to some goddamn
Concert.
whatever
At
the hell this
Center
is.
Festival for 2 days. You know what I mean? Festival 2 days.
Congregation of
Damn,
fucking
Congress of the
filthiness.
Dead. Yeah.
Congregation of
You know,
abominations.
idols and all of that. Yeah. You know, Travis Scott just put a bunch of people to death.
And a lot of these people might die tonight.
Huh?
A lot of these people might die tonight.
Yeah, like all type of stuff going on. Like I said, they opened up a CERN portal and stuff with that whole Travis Scott concert. You know, Astro World or whatever it was. All right, and like I said,
I won't be
Apostle
surprised.
Talk-
I won't be surprised something happens to these
Right.
people tonight.
Remember Questlove and all that, they all juiced in and stuff. Roots Picnic,
Right.
them niggas is juiced in. Them dudes is all in the full blown Sodom, all right, or going into the alphabet. They all, remember, it's Pride Month.
Yeah.
Remember, they said it's Pride Month. They declared that. Everything you see is rainbow, which is a good token, but they took it and adulterated. They put that on everything. You go on YouTube, you
Right.
see the colors. All of the logos, colors.
The thing is, it's only 6 colors. You know, I believe they took out indigo.
Okay.
They only left 6 colors.
Right,
instead of
but
7.
you know that's his name, number.
That's right.
6.
He's a
Let's read
number
it,
of a man.
Revelation
Yep.
13.
Number
Okay.
6.
But remember, like I said, in that
6.
portal, the apostle Tahar brought out that black, he seen that black horse.
Yep.
Okay, which
Yeah.
we're gonna get into. Brother Yakalba wanted to get into it, you know, with that black horse.
Yep.
You know, this time of hyperinflation, you know, and later on, the pale horse.
Right.
The Jacob trouble, the second edges, 15, 16. All right, destruction to end. That's coming, man. So wait, we don't have to sit there and be in darkness as these others are. Instead, we are, of course, doing what we're doing. You see what we're doing? We coming together and we meditate and speaking dark old sayings of old. All right, keeping them. Kind. Stop.
Yeah, this verse 22, a land of darkness,
Right.
as darkness itself,
Uh-huh.
and of the shadow of death.
Right, the shadow of death. Brother, talk about death probably gonna happen tonight. You know it.
Yeah.
Death is everywhere. Okay, especially in Philly. That's all we see on the news.
Yeah.
Come on, this person shot out. This person went in this house and shot this pregnant girl and choked this person and did that. I just had an article. I just did a lesson on how a woman in Pennsylvania had her child she's a fiance of a father that had her had the child in a room with just a bed, and he was malnourished. He was 47 pounds at 12 years old and died. And the room was nothing but fecal matter everywhere. They gave her life and some more time on top of that too. You know what I mean? And she tried to put the blame on her husband. She didn't want to even take the blame. crazy. That's the wickedness of this damn kingdom, man. The darkness.
Yep.
You know, the not caring for one another. You know, all of this right here is that confusion that come with Babylon the Great, man. You know, and having a wicked man in rulership. That's why we need to be alleviated from this man in rulership. All right, because this stuff is going on. You know, the windows was taped shut. They said, or yeah, something like that, taped shut. They had like some type of screw mechanism and a hook mechanism to make sure the doors don't open, and that the windows stay shut. Like even though it had windows, it stayed dark, pitch black in there. They said. So the kid went crazy, you know. But that's of this time, man. Great sufferings and stuff, and this is different things we're gonna be seeing in the time of Jacob trouble when all hell is gonna completely break loose. Which that's on deck, man. That's like right here. It's at the door, man. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm on edge. Like yo, like how the apostle was hungry. It's any day now, man. It could just go all crushed. Go ahead.
Kind of continue when it says, "And of the shadow of death, without any order."
Right,
and
without any order. Okay, they don't have no order here, as you can see. Like I said, already gave you in Esau own rules and laws. Look, we got cars. There was a sanitation truck that closed that street. Now, fuck all that. Just let them in. We need to get this money.
Right.
Mayor office, yeah, hey, it don't matter. Open the barricades. Fuck this. Look, police and the cover. That don't even matter. Security, they don't hire security. You got bitches walking around everywhere, wearing their best, living their best life. They so-called best life. Cause this is shit.
Yeah.
This ain't no life. This is death. Yeah, this is folly. All right.
Vanity.
You know, NOE Nori is trash, man. We ain't dealing. Listen to that. Oh, I came to party. Your girl looking at me and all that. We ain't dealing with that no more. You know what I mean? That shit late. You know what I mean? This whole captivity is late. We ready to go. You know what I mean? Because we don't have no considered city. We got cars on the lawn. I don't know if a car gonna drive near us and just park up right by us and stuff without order. Read that again.
Yeah, it says, "And of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness."
Right, and where the light is as darkness, the knowledge as darkness. You don't see what he speeding on the Jeep on the lawn. They say no more vehicles on these lawns and stuff like that. You're gonna mess up the grass. The city don't wanna put down grass seed and fix it up. They barely wanna invest money in making the grass better. You know? Infrastructure. They don't give a fuck. Hey, they might set up a concert right here on top of us, man. They don't care.
Unless somebody directed them.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like there's some parking directors down there. Yeah.
They out there, they don't know.
Flag
Walkie-talkie, yo, just make them go there.
Yeah.
They be winging everything. What I learned about this infrastructure is they wing a lot of things, man, just for the money, man. Just do it. The city is ours tonight. Like they be putting down orders
YOLO.
like that. Yeah, YOLO, man. Okay, that's what it is. You only live once. We gotta do it up, turn it up. Go ahead. But this shit is over, man. Come on. Yep, go ahead. You got something, Todd?
Yeah, that was it for that.
All right, you got something too? You got something?
Let me read this.
All right. You got something?
It's Jeremiah 13:23.
Yep.
It says, can an Ethiopian change his spots?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can an Ethiopian change his skin or a leopard his spots? Then may he also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Right.
Therefore, will I scatter them as a stubble that passes away by the wind of the wilderness.
That's right. Yeah. And hey, we know,
curse.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that an Ethiopian can't change his spots, man. Those that's made wicked gonna be wicked. Those that's righteous gonna be righteous, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, we really seeing that being manifest more and more to the day, man. I look, like how we came out today. We probably thought like it's gonna be difficult to get parking. The Lord, we first to do this work in this ministry. Then the rest of everybody start parking on the block. All right, because this is top priority. The prophets that go out. Remember, it's a live stream on deck right now. Somebody watching. Our lines is going out to the ends of the earth. All right, the work is still going out. The sealing is still being done. All right.
Said
So
the words of the Lord shall not come back to him void.
that's right. It's going to prosper to that which is supposed to do, man. Okay, which is to bring forth that sealing, and then comes what? That destruction. The winds being said.
Yeah, even though when you do a live stream, it's not really like the actual reviews because people come in for like 10 seconds or a minute, then they leave.
Yep.
So there's no excuse. So if you didn't watch the whole video, if you knew and you didn't watch the whole video, that's on you. So you heard that Israelites was teaching, reading the Bible, telling you about what's about to happen, prophecies, and you leave, you know, that's on you. So there's no excuse. No, like the Bible says, there's no cloak. Yahweh Shai said, no cloak for your sins. Yeah. So if you do a live stream, you know, that's going to get a higher amount of views than if you just do a pre-record. Because people just come in and they look and they just leave. But you're going to be judged for everything that you didn't take account to. You're going to be judged for.
That's right. Right. Yep. That's
That's
God. Rabbi Youngin?
This is Psalms 23 and 4.
Yeah.
It says, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
Right.
I will fear no evil.
Right. And we in that land of the shadow of death, man, America. All right. Though we fear no evil. Because remember, we in the midst of this. But Yahweh Shai is with us, man, as our protector. You know what I mean? And he's not going to leave us comfortless. He's always going to be with us. All right? He said, fear not thy worm, Jacob. All right? So we remember these words and these promises and these vows that's on us. Keep going.
For thou art with me.
Yeah, the Lord is with me, man. Thou art with me. Keep going.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Right, the rod and thy staff, they comfort me. All right, with the Lord Yahweh Shai, he directs and guides us. Bring forth what? Correction. All right. He's, of course, our person of authority. All right. He ministers to us. All right. That's all there to comfort us. All right. Con, you got something?
Get rid of bring that article.
Okay. All right. Brent, you want it now?
Read
2 more
scriptures.
Yeah.
This is Exodus. This is Exodus 23 and 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Right, good precept right there. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Especially in this evil time, all the evil things that people doing. Hey, Matt, he is angry right now. Egyptian versus Egyptian, all right, is on deck brewing. These patriots is mad seeing this country go down, you know, to shake, you know what I mean? So, hey, you got to watch out where you at, you know what I mean? Because anything can pop off at any time, all right? Follow not a multitude to do evil. You know, there's a lot of course, Jake go out and do wicked things in the world, you know? But we are told and commanded not to follow, all right? Or pursue that, okay? Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment.
Yeah, right. You know, what we supposed to do? We're supposed to have righteous judgment and such. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to be impartial within that. Okay? Not supposed to be respecting of persons. All right, we're supposed to be judging on right. All right, Con. That's it?
Yes.
All right, and then one more, and then the brother article. Con. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14. Fear not thy worm Jacob.
Right. Fear not thy worm Jacob. All right? Lord likened us to a worm being very defenseless and stuff. I was walking the other day seeing a worm out there. It was it rained and then it was like the worms was out there, but then the sun hit and the heat was hitting and I was like, damn, man. You know what I mean? But we're not to fear. The Lord is there to protect us, you know? Go ahead.
And ye men of Israel.
Yeah, ye men of Israel, man. The Bunyam Shal Yasha'Allah. All right? Chief of the Lord. Pastor, all right? The Lord pastor of men. All right? I was going even on my algorithm and such with the analytics and stuff. It was showing most of the viewers it was over 90% being men. It was only like a 1%, 2% of women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, women don't. YouTube is a man thing.
Yeah.
Men are YouTube.
Right. You know what I mean? So the Lord is with us, and that's why this faith, all right, and his teaching is for men. That's why you see men coming out here always consistently, you know, to get this word. You know what I mean?
You got a bunch of women that's going into this
Right.
fucking shit.
They going to go have mirth and fun and find some dude to have a good time, a hot girl summer with, you know, tattoos, boom shorts. You know what I mean? As we can see in the backdrop, that
yeah, we
girl
started all talking about
that girl not even in shape. You know what I mean?
Hot.
Oh, yeah, hot ass, hot box. Look, selfies.
Walking down in Philadelphia, Parkside. Got it out.
Come get it, hot and ready. Got the, you know what I mean? The thing tied up, the shirt tied up, belly exposed, belly ring right there, probably tongue ring in her mouth.
sweating.
Yeah,
baby powder
sweating
on.
on, son.
Put the Victoria's Secret
Right.
or the Dove on.
Uh-huh.
They put the baby powder
Right.
on to absorb the sweat.
Oh yeah.
The
But
bacteria.
right, but wait, remember they out there. It's a festival for 2 days.
I was looking at the tickets. The general admission tickets are $220. Then they have a silver that's all sold out. That's like a couple hundred. Then they have a gold, which is $1,000.
Right.
That's $1,000 a ticket.
That's them fucking
Who got money? for
marketing scheme.
Yeah.
Price gouging right there.
Right.
Yeah, because they probably going fucking broke.
that?
So they got to get
They ain't had this in 2 years.
VIP gold, $1,099.
Yeah, this city.
Right.
And then
Huh?
the
Oh yeah, they got to pay for
I
licensing,
seen
licensing and all
All
that.
that license.
I know you know the
all that,
group
yep.
Coldplay's supposed to be coming to Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
And even their tickets are fucking well over
Skyrocket.
$100.
Yeah, damn. Where they play?
They probably
said
missed
where
out
they
on
playing
touring
at?
before, so they got to make up
Wells
for the
Fargo,
loss.
probably.
Oh man,
We'll look it up,
something
we'll look
like
it
that.
up.
Yeah, but you got the seats in the back. They want over $130, $180 for that.
Right.
The seats in the back.
Right. Come on.
You gotta fucking, you gotta look at the screens.
Yeah, just to see the action.
You go to a concert to look at the
Yeah,
screen.
he's like, it's like, you know, you see them, they just like, yeah,
Right.
you know.
You hear the echo of the sounds.
I'm there. and
Looking
you
at the
gotta
screen.
Take the picture, put the Twitter post. Yeah. Hashtag I'm here. Right, zooming in. Oh, I gotta see. You know, you ain't right there in front of, you know, with the gates, with the artist right there jumping around. You out there in the fucking rafter somewhere, man. Come on, they charge you paying over $100.
I didn't even bother. I should look at what the lawn seats used to be cheap, right?
Right.
You go
Yeah,
all the way in the
do
back.
30 minutes,
And now
$30.
them seats is probably 100.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like you said, you gotta make that money back.
And the thing of what y'all said, like there's no assigned seats, so you buy basically a $200 ticket,
there.
and you gotta first come first serve.
Yeah,
you know?
walking in there. All right, you there. You know, like and any old nigga gonna tell you where to go, where to sit. Like I said, these dudes is winging it, man. They got dudes with vests on, like
Sweating and shit, bumping into you.
elbows. You know, dudes just
Gonna get drunk
elbows.
as shit. They're gonna get drunk.
Yeah, like it's gonna be a hot mess. Drugs.
We talk about that.
Drugs and
$240
drip.
Yeah.
for that.
You don't even need no damn.
And none of this music you're playing new either.
Yeah, this old shit, man. Cause that new shit, like I said, that new shit trash, man. Remember it talk about how the daughters of music gonna be brought home, man. Brother, hey, bring that out, man. Ecclesiastes 12.
You can't even listen to today's
Right.
music, man.
They gotta take me back to the 90s, 80s,
Right.
70s. Yeah, early 2000s, DMX and all that. Nori, they playing Nori, Missy and all that. Gotta hear what
All
it
them
is.
dudes is playing is like 50 plus, I think. Mary J. Blige, who's the other person?
That
Common
just
was there
sound like a
last year.
nigga
They all 50
screaming
plus
out there
years
right
old.
now. That don't sound like music out there right now.
Probably lip syncing, right?
Right.
Yeah, probably.
Rah, rah, rah. That's how these niggas sound like these days.
Yeah.
Right. Rah, rah, rah.
They all
Turn.
getting old. Like Val Kilmer, he got old.
Come on,
They
man.
had these artificial intelligence to
With them
to get his
vocals up.
voice, for Val Kilmer's voice to be on the new Top Gun movie, Maverick. Because he can't even fucking talk. So they can simulate your damn voice and say you committed a fucking crime.
Val Kilmer, I think he had a whole bunch of health problems too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, throat cancer.
Yeah.
So he had the artificial intelligence to recreate his voice.
Or fucking, they said about Bruce Willis basically becoming like.
Yeah, he got a disease and some shit.
Yeah, they had to read him his lines.
He retired, yeah.
Yeah, he had a
last
official-
movie.
Yeah. They were literally having to read him his lines before he performed them, as he was performing them.
Yeah,
Basically.
he tried, they couldn't hold him in his memory or whatever.
That proved that you know, the Lord said that the stars were gonna fall, and it's evidence that we're at a time where it ain't nothing new. Even these new rappers out here, they all emulating the shit that's come out before them.
Yep, that's how they do.
You know, and they just put their little, you know, whatever, you know, spirit on it. But it's all bullshit anyway. And remember, everything is agenda fueled.
Yep.
Everything's agenda fueled. So they gotta put some sort of immoral thing in their music. You know, music actually had some sort of substance to it.
Yeah,
Had a
message.
message.
Yep.
That's why Jake always be telling you, don't listen to the music, listen to the words. Now you listen to the word, you can't listen to the words. First of all, you can't understand what the fuck they're saying.
Kodak Black dudes.
Can't understand what they're saying, and on top of it, ain't nothing good. You wouldn't want a faithful man wouldn't want to listen to that shit.
She thinks she the shit.
You know.
No problem.
That's not to say, you know, hey, Jake, Jake bumps certain music from time to time, but you know, it's not in abundance. You know, it's far and few between. You know, because that shit carry a low vibration. And that's why these people are here, because they're on a low vibration. They're on the frequency of death.
Look how they walking. Look, she just blowing the gas like as they were saying.
These bitches had to get high just to come out the house.
Right.
That's not the first. That's not the first day. That's not the first time today they were smoking weed. They had to re-up. They had to re-up before they got out the house. You know? What precept we got? Was you reading?
The brother plus the daughters of music was brought low. Who got it?
Ecclesiastes 12?
12.
12 and what?
Yeah.
You 12 before?
Yeah. It said, go ahead, get it.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 4.
Yeah.
Give to the godly man and help not a sinner.
Right. All right, that's good too. Give it to the godly and help not a sinner. That's a good thing too. You know what I mean? Oh, now bring it out. Yeah, cause you know, like a lot of times, especially in these times too, a lot of people gonna be looking and seeking help. You know what I mean? And what? In that, just cause anybody asking, can I please give me some money? No, man, fuck that person, man. Give to the godly, man. Help not a sinner. You know, Esau done fucked this up. He got a refugee crisis here in America, where he done brought these different refugees that seek asylum in America from the wars that he brought to their country. Now they over here panhandling and shit. You know what I mean? Most of them they sinners and stuff. Some of them Israelite foreigners. Right. But the Lord, they only came over here for the judgment, man. Yeah. You know, so this is wisdom in that. All right, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4.
Right.
And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
Right. The door's gonna be shut in the street. All right. When the sound of the grinding is low. All these different businesses and stuff. Like we seen that pre-pandemic and stuff. Yep. How damn businesses, everything was shut down.
Right. They were able to regulate what was essential and non-essential.
Right. Yeah.
And at their orders, you could be literally having to shut down your business.
Yeah. You had, lawsuits spring up from it and everything. You know what I mean? Still in play, you know? Because, hey, you done damn near destroyed a lot of small businesses that make up a high percentage of the economy.
Right.
Go ahead.
And he shall rise up at the voice of the birds, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Right, all the daughters of music shall be brought low, man. I can't hear nothing good coming out that speaker right now. It's low level shit right now. It said,
that's the thing. You listen to this music, you become more depressed.
Right. I'm like, damn, man. Oh, you might get mad. Go ahead.
Right. Remember, wine and music was created to make the heart merry.
Yeah, get that too. Yeah, get it. Wine and music.
Right? Yeah.
You know when you hear music up close, and then when you get far away, it starts to sound like distorted.
Yeah, it starts like slow down.
Yeah, because also, like, when you be at the concerts, man, I'm telling you, our vibes, it'd be like all type of vibes, spirituals out there and stuff. You could bug the fuck out at a concert, dude.
Well, this music is really on the left of enchantments.
Yeah.
It's all enchantments.
You could bug the fuck out. I seen people bug the fuck out. Dude jump off the fucking stage and just punch you in the fucking face, man. At a damn post-hardcore, like back in the world when I used to be doing the concerts and stuff.
Right, this damn shit that they doing has residual effects.
Yeah.
You might be minding your own at the concert, but some shits might happen to you leaving.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too.
Because it's really messing up these people's minds. They don't know that they're getting spellcasted right now.
Banging, putting death enchantments on you.
Yeah.
You sitting there thinking, he just.
Right. It's there for a good time. You got a little bit of a beat.
Yeah.
So it's appeasing to the flesh maybe, but it's messing your mind up.
Yep. That's it. Bringing that imbalance within you, man. Remember, like I said, all healing. Your brother gonna read that precept.
Yeah. This is Sirach 40 and 20. Wine and music rejoice the heart.
Right, wine and music. All right. You yawn, you get some yawn, it be good. Like a lot of times, like I might feel bad because you have this good for that stomach sick. Feel good, man. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 40 and 20. Wine and music rejoice the heart.
Right, bring gladness to the heart, to the mind and such. Have a healing effect. Go ahead.
But the love of wisdom is above them both.
Right, so the love of wisdom is above them both. So even with this, like I say, they over here listening to bullshit. Yeah. We over here listening to a real song right here. Right. A new song. That's right. mean? Yahalba Shemel shot with this word. These are verses. This is a song. All right? Remember, the Bible is in verses. All right, help you remember them. That's why we keep repeating it. You know what I mean? Over and over and over. You know, keep hearing it. Oh, it's easy to recite. All right, this is a song right here, man. Okay? Yeah, Lord, you know, David said he would pour out different dark sands on the heart. You know what I mean? What you think of dark sands was? This word, man. Be inspired. All right? Be the breath of Yahalba Shemel Shah, man.
Yeah, it's the #1 hit.
That's it. It's the biggest hit, man. That's why when the people come by, like I said, they get knocked out from this word. I can't deal with this no more. We ain't even throwing like little physical shots at them. You know what I mean? And look, this is a holy thing right here. That lady couldn't even. She was walking. She couldn't even really be in this. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, she was stumbling about, just wandering like. Yeah. You know, and that's selfie culture, man.
So that's a whole demon in of itself.
Yeah,
You're more worried about getting a shot than it is about what it is that we're saying. That's a demon.
Yeah.
But it's designed to keep you from learning.
Yeah.
Because you gotta understand, the Lord got 2/3 up here to perish, to die. You know, they're disposable on this side, and that's the way the Lord created it. Not gonna be redeemed on this side. They gotta be destroyed.
Contrary about how
it's not that they haven't been given opportunity. And the fact that we are out here is a testimony against them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know?
Bring that up.
We given the word, but they're not accepting it. And it really wasn't meant for them. So it's all the judgment of the Heavenly Father.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew 11:17. It says, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Right, we piped on you, but ye have not danced. We piped into you like this word that we preach. All right? Because this is a song, man. Okay? The Bible is very poetic. All right? Go ahead.
We mourn unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Yeah, we mourn unto you, and you have not lamented. Remember, within the scriptures is written what? Lamentation, mourning, and woe and such. But you ain't lamenting. All right? Instead, you see dudes in fucking weed, drunkard spirits and stuff walking about, wandering to the next, concert or next stage. You know what I mean? Or the next spirit. You know what I mean? Of just not trying to acknowledge that this life is going down, that this world is about to be changed completely. All right? Go ahead. That's it? Yeah.
Who just read less?
That's the Ryan Young. Okay. More. You still got more in there, right? That's it?
I'll reread it.
Okay.
Reread it.
Matthew 11:17 says, and said, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Fine. Yep.
Read that. You keep reading.
For John came neither eating nor drinking.
Yep.
For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he had a devil. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a winder.
Yeah, just basically accusing our Lord of wrong, trying to find fault. Go ahead.
Is friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children.
Done. Now, did you read the part where it said that we've been onto you as a very lovely song?
Did you read that part? Oh, no, he didn't.
Okay, that's a good place to start then, since we bringing out how this word is, yeah.
Got it? Yeah, when you find it, bring it out. Lovely song.
Or you just go to the next precept a while.
1 Samuel 16:21. And David came to Saul and stood before him, and he loved him greatly, and he became his armor bearer.
Right.
And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for for he hath found favor in my sight. And it came to pass when the evil spirit from the Most High.
An evil spirit from the Most High. All right, the Lord actually put an evil spirit out. All right. So hey, the Lord does what? Good and evil. He can put a good spirit on you, or he can put an evil spirit on you. Keep going.
That David took a harp and played it with his hand.
Right.
So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him.
Right. So David was able to play the harp and brought a refreshment. All right. To Saul, and evil spirits in him. Okay. So music, like I say, having high vibration, these are harp. It brings forth a real high, like I said, high vibration. It's not that many people real good at playing the harp. You know what I mean? When I see like playing harp, it's always somebody real
It's kind of like two blinds.
into that music theory. You
I
know
was
what I mean?
just man.
Real on a high level of skill, in that art. You know what I mean? You don't see dudes up there playing harps up there. They playing synths and streaming, both. You know what I mean? I don't do it. That's
Because
over here.
I just have certain stance.
Yeah, drum patterns and all of that. Repetitive shit. You know what I mean? Not like the high level, like classical, less music. But it can be like this, classical music, Yep. That could bring up big fruits. I'll never forget when the brother left his house. One lady knew him that played the good music. He plays classical music. That's good, man. Catch on to that. It's a big difference that comes with it. You know what I mean? Too. You probably brought joy to her. Somebody, was like, man, I never heard of listen to it.
Back in track.
What verse is that? 1 Samuel 19:9? I just want to make a point, because there's the same thing about the evil spirit you said earlier. It goes 1 Samuel 19:9 is the same thing. It says about an evil spirit from the Lord. But just so you know, like the Lord actually sent that, like you said. If you go to the CSB version, it says, now an evil spirit sent from the Lord. Literally said it's sent from the Lord. Came on Saul as he was sitting in his place.
Sent crazy, man. So the Lord could do that, man. That's why we always want to be in the spirit. A lot of Jake in the world was real hopeless and stuff. They listen to music like that. They talk about medical risk. Fuck everything. Crazy. We wrote emo. But then we came to this new song and stuff. You think all those different thoughts. Push it away.
This is the great one. This is Ezekiel 52 and says, and lo, thou art to them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice.
Right. It's a pleasant voice, man. Voice, man. You know what I mean? So this is a voice. especially today, all right, which that part of that brother's name, Issachar-He, which that goes into the special name, all right, mother, all right, of the party council, you know, what's that? Her council, Issachar-He, all right, and that's council advising. So read that. It's a pleasant voice. Yep. This is the front.
Ezekiel chapter 33 and 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on the instrument.
Right, and remember, this instrument we play, which is our voice, this truth, can only be done by the 144,000, all right, the conference, all right, which we get that, and I think that's might be in Revelation 14 chapter, all right. Remember, we are the ministers of this word, okay? That have this ability, all right? What's that? Revelation 14. Got it? Go ahead. Yeah, about 100. Got it.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. This is Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000.
Right, that's Yahweh shot with the elect. Go ahead.
Having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Right. Having that, of course, that Dabaq. All right. Go ahead.
And I heard.
Right, which is the faith, this ministry.
Yes.
When it says the name, that's what it signifies.
Yes.
Having the name Yakalba Shai. What's behind the names of our power? The doctrine, the belief in Him, His will.
And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with the harp, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, that no man can learn that song but the 144,000 which are redeemed from the earth.
Right, so the 144,000 got the new song, right? You got that pleasant voice, right? They were redeemed from the earth. That's what it says there? Redeemed?
Yeah, redeemed from the earth.
Yes, right. Go ahead.
Continuing on, it says, for they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Right. But they hear thy words, but they do it not. Like you see us right here, like the ladies who is hearing some of the things he's saying, but she actually
The glue came off. This piece fell off because of the glue melted off. Oh, the Velcro. For real? Yeah. It wasn't just the Velcro, it was the glue that was keeping the Velcro together.
Wait, what?
So I was gonna remelt the glue together to make an adhesive.
Yeah, that's cool.
To bond it back. I wasn't gonna torch stick it.
Third time.
I stick it now, but this whole piece came off, like the glue.
Yeah, I gotta put some more. Like I put hot glue on it, but it's wearing off. Nah, I should probably get some stronger.
Hold that back. Just hold that back.
You know, this is what our brethren that work with the prison and stuff, they would ask with the one for fellow ones in the middle. Both fellow Mashmat, what? Our anointed ones, what?
That's right. It says, for I rejoice.
Huh?
It says, for I rejoice great when the brethren came and testified of the truth that is
Form a
in thee,
bond.
even as thou walkest.
No, it's just clear. It's hard to see because of the light.
What?
You know, give forth some testimony, you know, how you from darkness came to the light, you know what I mean?
It's just hard to see.
Right?
And it says, verse 4, I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in the truth.
Right, so no greater joy, I have no greater joy but when my children walk in the truth. That's what's most important. All right, that we walk in the truth, being that our course of life and our progress in truth. All right, by mouth.
I don't know if it's singed the glue.
That's what's most important.
That's why I put my hand right through there and I had to pull his hand back. I'm trying to flamethrower me back.
Yeah, that's what's most important about hearing this song. This new song. hearing this truth, hearing the words, reflecting the words that's coming from you, right? So it's for you to be a walker in this word. You know what I mean? A doer. No, not just a listener. Okay? You are looking for those that's going to be doers. You know what I mean? Yep, go ahead.
Right.
This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain.
Right. So the Bible always going to what? Steadfast, definition.
Yeah, to be unmoved.
Yeah, be unmoved, man. So like,
Yeah.
yes. Sick, man. You know what I mean? Unmovable. I shouldn't be able to be like, you know, push you and knock you off. You're supposed to be unmovable. Things that come in the way, adversity come in the way, hey, it's going to come in the way. Remember, the Lord can strengthen you. You're going to make your spirit stronger and able to bear your infirmities that you go through. All right? You shouldn't be able to cast you out of this truth. All right? Because the Lord is the one holding you up. Okay? Remember that. Go ahead.
This is wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure seems to misery, and their going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Yeah, that's right. So, like we were saying, even though in front of all these people, we're not viewed as much, we're not viewed as anything. Right now, these people, but rather part and see this witness, we got the opportunity to move this away from the body, right? That's like the Lord said, find joy, find it, possible, to be elected, right? That's what we need to do, right? Gather.
You said the elite? Oh, yeah. Well, no, they noticed the series. That's why they aiming so hard at destroying what we're trying to do. The scriptures tell you in Psalm 64 that they shoot at the secret. All right? So they take a crafty counsel among themselves to try to disconnect us from our power. That's why when we go into the different examples of how Esau has altered the water, the food, the different items that we use for hygiene, has all been perverted. It all has destructive properties. Like I remember the elder going into how like the different heavy metals and things, one of the main effects that it has is on the brain, which causes a calcification. It causes it to calcify. Now what happens if your brain calcifies? Nothing can get through to it. That's why these people, they operate on a low frequency. They're not capable of critical thinking because they're under that vibration, as well as being set in a state of sedation. These different drugs and drinks, they're being jacked up on sugar. It all plays a part on your psyche. It all plays a part on your mind. And that's essentially what they're trying to do. In the heavens, because the Lord wrote, if you could basically count stars and figure out the heavens, then he would withdraw, from Israel, from his people, essentially. So what's the other alternative? He's always looking for the way to destroy Israel and connect our connection with the power. All right, in a sad and what will eventually be a failed attempt at retaining his power on the earth. He's losing his power. That's why we're at a continual state of spiritual war with this devil. From the music, these bread and circuses, his media, the food, the air we breathe. Everything is designed to attack our spirituality. All right? These low-level piss ants, all right, they don't know what the hell's going on because they are falling, for lack of a better term, victim to it too. And as a byproduct, the Esau coming after us, he's destroying his own damn people, the earth, and everybody in it. Because he's a fucking madman, But he shall be as a madman, sparing none. Go ahead.
The brother Barazal, you know, you were saying that that's what we hear for, you know what I'm saying, the drug people to win. But continuing on in Ezekiel 33 and 23 says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
Yeah, they gonna know that a prophet been there because the words are going to come to pass.
Right, the perennial prophets of doom.
Yeah, man. The day of doom will be the end of the times and stuff. You know what I mean? And most of these people out here, like I said, they can't see it right now because they ain't in it. But wait, man. Wait till that gas goes to $7, $8, $10.
What's at 5 now?
Yeah, it's at $5 now. Like, I put gas in a better car, like, I put $16. I only put like $3 in the drop. Like,
Yeah.
what? 3 in a drop, that's it? You're able to drive like a couple gallons, you know what I mean, with that and be okay.
Right. And I heard that they're putting higher levels of ethanol in the gas too.
Right?
You're not getting the same quality of gas. It's depleting much faster.
Yeah. See?
So you're having to put, more money towards a lesser quality of gas. So not only are you paying more, you're getting less.
Gas technician.
Yep. Like the other day, like we was refilling some fuel and
Just like nowadays,
older
chips.
Exactly.
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 They were
But the
they
bag,
were
the
saying
bag,
they were
like what used to be
like,
25-cent bag now,
right,
$4.50.
gas station, you already knew it was a gas station.
25 cents.
Well, by the
And
time,
don't
like,
taste the same. Trash. Right, which over time ruins the vehicle.
Yeah.
Which remember, that's a part of their agenda. That's part of their initiative.
And they don't want people to run off these gas-powered vehicles.
I was laughing my ass off. I seen a car show on my way home, and people had all these damn muscle cars and classics. And it's gonna be a crime if you think that you're gonna start that car up and all that. It's gonna be a crime in the near future because of the impact. All right. So I'm laughing my ass. People paid all this money in their sports cars, They like to ride around, top down.
Top down, leather seats, wood grain, glass in the
Right.
of course the nice little subs and all that.
Yep.
Shit over, man. All them days is over because Esau got the accelerated move on that
Right.
Agenda 2030.
Right. Yeah, they want to track everybody's carbon emissions.
Yeah.
So it'll be technically a crime to own a vehicle like that. Or you might be able to own it, but you can't use it. You can't operate it. So what's the point? You're out of money, right? You basically, hey man, that's what Esau trying to do. Total control. It's about total control. You're gonna live a life according to his way, his image. This mother, he the one polluting the earth and turning around and telling everybody else what they're doing to it. He doing these things in mass. And he putting all these restrictions on people who don't, have very little impact. That's how the devil does. He don't hold himself to the same standard. One of y'all brothers was making a point earlier, and I was thinking about, well, that's how he does with his laws. He leaves it very obscure, like the Apostle Elder Aramla would go into. He leaves it very obscure and vague so he can interpret it along the way as he sees fit. Yeah, that's what you said earlier. These people winging it with the jobs. I was thinking about, well, that's the culture. That's really the culture. These people don't have no order amongst themselves. No integrity. They're not doing it, doing it because it's they're bored. It's got something to do. They got to make a paycheck. They're not really concerned with the safety and the well-being or having any compassion towards anybody. But that's the culture here. That's the way of the Edomite, winging it and being a hypocrite at the same time.
Like I say, we bring it all straight up. So it came to the point, look, they winging it. Dudes, they can't even order these cars. Remember, they shouldn't be parked on the lawn anyway.
Right. All those individuals, Slacky, but all those individuals that attended Davos at the World Economic Forum were questioned about, okay, so you want to track everybody's carbon footprint, but how did you get here? Most of them took personal jets.
Oh, yep.
So it's just a total state of hypocrisy.
That runs off jet
If
fuel.
you're so concerned with the environment, how about you be the example and lead the way? But they're not going to do it. Right? Same thing with the way they treat us in captivity. They hold themselves not guilty. They want to blame everybody else for the state of the planet, but they're the ones that are disrupting it, corrupting it. Yeah. Because the brother has a point he wants to get into with that article. So let's focus on that. Who's got the article? Okay.
And it's on the conversation.com that says, enslaved people's health is ignored from the country's beginning, laying the groundwork for today's health. Yeah, it says enslaved people's health was ignored from the country's beginning.
Right, so enslaved people's health was ignored from this country's beginning. Alright, from this, of course, inception and stuff, they never cared about those that were enslaved. Alright, so the common-day people, alright, that's what we got. Okay? Health wasn't, they didn't care about it. Remember, we came over here with disease and ships.
Right.
It being tight packing, alright, defecation, alright, blood, slop, alright, rats and rodents all up in there, man.
Yep.
Come on, man, cockroaches and all types of disease right here. It's dead right there next to you, okay? Like you a beast, okay? That's at this man conception, man, okay? Go ahead.
Laying the groundwork for today's health and prosperity.
Right, so that's at its foundation. All right, for this days right here, this whole health system. All right, which like I say, they look at Cepheus, Greek god is Cepheus. All right, and what's that other Greek god? Apollos, sun and stuff. If I'm not mistaken. All right, they hold Hippocratic oath and all of that. All right, they hold gods of medicine and all of that. All right, it's all wicked. All right.
Get into the article. The point says, for most among the unrelenting cruelties heaped upon enslaved people was that the lack of health care for them.
Yeah, the lack of health care. So, like I said, we were going a bit earlier, the brother was speaking about, like I said, different conditions while we didn't have different sorts of things for our hygiene, for sort of motorized. Man, never really cared about his slaves and stuff. I mean, they were beaten and whipped these slaves. They would show you in these different movies and stuff. And then they just go from dorm in the room and hopefully one of them slaves has some access to something that could, like some different type of tincture mix that they done made up, or some herbs. And they had to hide it from Master that they were going to fix it. A lot of the slaves, like I said, it had to be, to even get access to get fixed up and stuff, you had to be one of them real good slaves that's going to really give some benefit to Esau's captivity and stuff like that. We need that. We're going to beat his ass, make this boy learn his lesson down, and go send him right back in the field so he never rebel back. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
It says, infants and children fare especially poorly. After childbirth, mothers were forced to return to the fields as soon as possible, often having to leave their infants without care or food.
Right, so Esau was more so worried about what's to come than, of course, he cared for the child, right? That's why you don't care about if you got, if you got daycare, how your child doing at home like that. Instead, he sets up a school system that's going to indoctrinate your kid being dumbed down. You don't even know who he is, all right? He don't believe in himself. He has no confidence. He don't think that he can become somebody or have his own business. All right. This is the type of things, of course, Esau had down back to the origins of this place. All right. Read this piece up real quick.
This is Isaiah 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealers treacherously.
Right.
And they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
Right. So that recompense will go back on Esau for the things that he has done to the nation of Israel. Right? Because remember, laborers have been, like I said, beat up, have been literally destroyed, work has done. Work, even if like I said, you got big, lost of fingers, still having to work. You know what I mean? Lost of limbs and all that.
Go ahead and pick them hot.
You know, give them cash prize. All right, that helped build all the empires and stuff. British made by all right, and America. All right, you know, and ultimately this right here. Remember, the purpose goes into all these different how the nation they were born in over that because they ain't gonna make money off their merchandise and stuff for the children. They are gonna have the control over the trade and the ships and all the things. Alright?
Continuing, it says, when thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
So all that payback, all right, from all the affliction, hard times that you've done to us, it's going to come back to you. All right? You know? You don't even know, of the gravity of how Yahweh should not shine through this destruction. He said the scriptures outwardly, but wait till you actually see. Wait till you see how Yahweh should not shine through the demons. All right?
I got a quick precept for you. This is James chapter 2, verse 13. It says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that hath shown no mercy. And mercy rejoiceth against judgment. So like the brother was going into the history of how he got here with the tight pack, and that was a demonstration of this devil having no mercy on us. When Jake have a work-related accident, he goes and makes you go through this rigorous process to prove that you're not liable for the accident instead of just compensating for you or compensating you for being in a dangerous environment to begin with. He subjects you to these dangerous environments and something happens and he wants to hold himself not guilty. He wants to have no liability or attachment to it.
Yeah, like right now, you saw
And so it's a continual demonstration of how this devil has no mercy or compassion towards the Lord's people. So the Lord going to deal with him in a similar fashion, but in righteousness. You know, we're not going to do the vile things that you've done to us, but you're certainly going to get a recompense for the things that you've done. And it's going to be without mercy. We're not going to have no compassion on you when these things start to happen. And we rejoicing that's your fault. Yeah, that's the French, and yeah, the Frenchman called I forget his name, but they refer to it as Derby's dose. Derby's dose. If you look up Derby's dose, it gives you the account of that French Edomite that actually had other slaves defecate in another slave's mouth and then close it for a certain amount of time, basically until he was choking on the feces, man. I remember that when the elder brother Yehuda from the main camp went into that Derby's dose. Yeah, I seen one of his videos. So the Lord going to judge. I'm going to read it again. This is James chapter 2, verse 13. And it reads, for he shall have judgment without mercy. Who? Yakalba Page. He's going to have judgment without mercy. And he's going to use the Israelites, okay, beginning with his elect, as a battle axe and weapons of war, because we're going to be transformed and be given spiritual power. We're going to put you into slavery, man. Perpetually, for 1,000 years. It says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that hath showed no mercy. And mercy rejoiceth against judgment. But this man hasn't had it. You know? He continues the affliction. to the point where he's destroying everything. You know? Go ahead. That's why he got to be stopped. Right? If the Lord said that if this man, if the time would not be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. Go ahead.
It's Proverbs 29:7. It says, the righteous consider the cause of the poor, but the wicked regard it not to move.
Yeah, break it down.
Yeah, I mean, so...
And lift up your voice.
The wicked, they don't care. You know, like the brother said, you get injured on the job. You know, they give you a hard way to go. You make it prove that you come back and actually work.
Right, they ridicule you. What were you doing? What was going on?
Exactly.
You know?
They don't want to compensate you, you know what I mean? But the righteous and the God-fearing man, you know what I mean? He's going to help you every step of the way, you know what I mean? He's going to check up on you.
Yeah, the concern comes later. But we're glad you're okay. You got to give your whole account.
Human resources.
Yeah, they give you your whole account. What were you doing? You know? The questions fly, but then afterwards, are you okay? We're glad you're safe. We're glad you're still alive. Yeah.
Take a couple of days off and went hell just because we saw burning you out.
Yeah.
Like Brother Ryan talk about having his job, giving him all this work, all this bad situation. He said you take a couple of days off, and it's like you feel like you're in a mental health not there.
Yeah. They be asking, they be coming up to you like, is everything okay? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling well? You know, maybe your production ain't as high that day. You just struggling to even come into work.
Like I don't want to do like the one the Edomite at my job. He's like a supervisor of like legal affairs. His ass to actually go on vacation. Dude, I'm going on vacation. I'm here, like I'm not even going on vacation. Can most of us just really go on vacation? No, you
got a little ways to go.
like I said, in this setting. Right. Accumulate the time. First one, you gotta accumulate the time. Then you gotta spend
Put my ass on the beach.
while the prices of the value of the currency is going on. And you guys abide by these different rules he done made up. And then that's good stuff.
And then the person that was just asking that question is making way more money than you or shit like that. Talking about, you don't do anything?
Yeah, you do anything?
That was this shit fucking money you're giving me.
You know my case? You know what I mean? Like, it was easy to do that when I was in the world. You could jet set and all of that. You could make the money go. But now it's not this different, man. Right now, you can't even barbecue no more like that. Say like, man, fuck that. Lunch, I'm making lunch every day.
Yeah, you gotta count the cost.
Right, literally, like, we count the cost right now. Remember, straight things is happening.
Yeah,
brothers
gonna be toiling a lot more at them jobs and getting either the same or less pay just to be able to go and put bread on the table. You know, I'm using bread lightly, you know, food, lacham, you know, whatever, you know, brothers be buying to take care of themselves, you know, so greens, smoothies, fruits, you know, particular meats. Yeah, my girl was talking to me the other day saying, I gotta drive 5 hours, I don't know if it's worth it. I did the math, I said, technically it's not worth it, but you know, the truth is you might have to start considering the fact that you might have to make that sacrifice to continue to put the same amount of food in the refrigerator, you know? So next time that come up, you might want to take it. But when you driving all damn day, you don't want to be doing all that. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't, essentially from the upfront expenses to the gas, to the tolls and everything, by the time you getting ready to see what you're bringing home, it's virtually nothing compared to the energy and labor and everything, you know, you've invested. That's what I mean. You know, let's say on average you might make $150 to $200 a day. What the hell? What does that get you? Brothers got $100 phone bills. You go to the grocery store, you buy a little bit of produce. How much money are you spending on produce? Let's say you just buy a little bit of, you know, spinach, some greens, so a couple of sort of vegetables. You spend at least $50 to $80 on just a few vegetables.
That's crazy. Like, what spinach like $5 per bag? Like,
yeah. And that's the scripture say, you know, loosely paraphrased, you labor much but bring in very little. We definitely, at that time, it was already bad, but how much more is it, you know, how much worse is it? And how much worse is it gonna get? It's gonna get extremely bad. You know, so brothers are preparing their minds for that. You know? And we're gonna be tested, man. It's not called the hour of temptation for nothing. I'm speaking to myself. You know? Right now we're in a position where if you can't afford it, you can simply go without it, but the option's still there if you got it. When that option is eliminated totally, you can't access it, totally different story. No?
Oh, I got it. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 5. And it says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Hyperinflation, all right? Which, like I said, going into our money is being devalued, all right? And thus, this council is going to cost more money for what? Less goods. It's scripture on 20, so go ahead.
Con. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and three.
Yeah, it's not which was penny going into like a denarius,
right?
You know, which back in the Roman currency, you know, that was what you would get, you know, denarius. Roman took centurions, you get a certain amount of denarius per year.
Right.
The penny represented day's wages. Right.
And 3 measures of barley for a penny.
Right, for a day's wages. Imagine that. 3 measures of barley for a penny day's wages. Keep going.
Con. And it says, I'm going to read it again, a measure of wheat for a penny.
Right. Just think of that, like just getting a little bit of wheat bit of flour, you know, for a whole day's wages. What about the bread? What about the water? What about all the other things that you need? Okay? What about the money? What about the milk? What about all the other things you need? They could have been taking a day's wage and stuff and just having to actually go and actually like actually go to ration out. I mean, what really we bringing in from this come, man? That's the type of time we think, you know? So it's going to take also a lot of strategic thinking, all right, and being able to sustain yourself in these times. That's why straits is coming. Though, of course, we, of course, are going to be invincible, and of course, going to take care of us, but it's also going to take consequences as we go through. Right. And it's going to be hard for the wicked to go down that type of thing. Right. All right. Discerning and being able to make these hard decisions that they're going to have to make. And if not, they're going to what? They're going to steal. All right. They're coming for the lack of bread and stuff, you know, in tribulation, they come into invading one another.
I've got a precept for you.
Okay, quick precept? All right.
Yeah, because you said basically about like water, you know, the different things that's for a man's life. I just, Sirach, Ecclesiastes, the book of Sirach 39:26, the principal thing, the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, salt, flour, wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and the oil and clothing. So in order for you to live and be able to maintain yourself, you need all those things. If you have all those things, you'll be all right. But a lot of people are, aren't self-sufficient, so they don't know how to, make fire, get clean water, right? If they're stuck, like, so they rely on, the convenience to be able to go to the stores, go to the markets and get bottled water, right? They go to the store to get the flour, right? The food and all that.
Yeah, this infrastructure. But remember what's going on right now. The Ukraine situation. So, wait, what they brought out? Brother probably got the probably get that article about the 10 it's like 10 worth of wheat or something like that. 10 worth of wheat left in the world or something like that.
Oh, here.
Find that article. Remember the whole situation strategically. Remember that place, Ukraine and Russia strategically. Like I said, very, very, very rich in like agriculture. You know, so wheat, oil come from, of course, I think it's like 40% of it. Not to say most of it, of course, help to aid over here in Europe. Also, like I said, bread basket is good. Also, stuff is being exported out, and they stop exports coming out of there in certain places. So now that's what the world of having that abundance of that.
Gotcha, bro. This is,
Yep.
I'm gonna read a little excerpt. This is out of Fox29.com. It says, coupled with widespread fertilizer shortages, supply chain issues, and record droughts, the world has about 10 weeks worth of wheat on hand.
Right. Remember, the fertilizer and stuff that comes from oil and stuff like that. All right. And we have different sanctions, all right, on this oil and such. Okay. Well, remember, the farmers need these different fertilizers to be able to do their hunting. But the cost is going up. Where is it really profitable for the farm?
Right, because you have petrol-based fertilizers.
Right.
Yep.
Petroleum.
We got a little more here. I got a little more here. It says, without aggressive global action, we stand the risk of an extraordinary amount of human suffering and economic damage. So, but we're in for something like the scripture says about how something that's never been seen before, man.
Yeah, man. Unseen, foreseen times and stuff, man.
Signs are there, man. It's just...
Right. It's on that. Meanwhile, like I said, these people. Oh, get the ritual sheet. You said. Another guy there. Right? Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 16:21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
Right, your victuals, your provision. All right? So, good. Okay? So good cheap. Hey, you still can, like I said, you still got these 4 to 5 guys. You know, right now, like $10 a burger. It's great. Used to be half of that. You know what I mean? Hey, people still think it was all right. Keep going.
It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, right, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Right, they think themselves to be in a good position. All right, just because right now they can what? They can get access to this food for a cheap price. They can get what? McDonald's. You know what I mean?
If I don't understand,
they're gonna be grateful that they can set their wage. They can sell them free and all that cash to make it so that everything's so depressed that when we actually get that day's wage, we need to disappear.
Yep.
I got this. For behold, Lord, the host doth take away. Somebody look at staff. Stay. Isaiah 3:1. For behold, the Lord, the host doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, and the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water. This is the curse basically that goes on with Israel.
State weapon.
Syrian captivity or Babylonian captivity.
I got the word.
During the time of slavery, Judah slavery. During the time of Ephraim slavery, because Esau took over our tribes, he basically cutting off our natural resources. He took control of our natural resources. So, all the heat, water, the electricity, so on control of it. He's going to put us in a depressed situation, man. He's going to force our education, get that to 29. He's going to force us, or 2/3 of Israel, to depend on the system. It's going to be like it's American.
I just want to say our staff is like support, like a walking stick.
Hit stay.
I got the word stay.
Stay.
This is age 4937, translation Mishan. Phoenicia will be a Mishan. The definition is a support staff, like you said. Strong's definition, a support that is concretely.
Like Creek country, they go.
Like very concrete. That is figuratively a protector of sustenance.
Right.
State.
Sustenance.
Yeah.
Reading about, are you reading Blue Letter?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
There should be more on there on the solid part.
okay, so it says right here, further down, it says support of every kind. Example,
Support of every kind, good.
as it is said a little after, of food and drink.
Of food and drink. Right? So we're going to be dependent on not hopefully not us, but God shot to provide us food and drink. You get it again?
Yep, it says support of every kind. Example, as it is said, or e.g., as it is said a little after, of food and drink.
Yes, so Esau going to use artificially, or whatever artificial or natural is causing these things to happen. The inflation, the scarcity of resources, causing that to happen. So he's going to push us to a crisis situation where a lot of people are going to die. They want to reduce the population to 500 million. So Esau's going to come as a savior. Introduces a system which people don't believe that's a miracle that they have this new system. Before everything was so expensive, now the government just give it to them. It's free, it's affordable in their eyes, even though they set it as affordable. We used to think $3.75 was a good bill on gas, right? But before it was $2.50. $2.40, $2.99. Now set it's $4. Now we set to $4. Now $4 is now that's the price. The $4.25, $4.39, $4.79. That's the price. So if it continues to rise, they're gonna reset our minds again. It's gonna be $7. We're gonna think $4 is affordable. They really just keep playing the damn inflation price down. So the Lord gonna take away that safety net. Read that definition of the
Yeah.
That was what he read, and then Father explains it.
Yep, this is not the.
This is what's gonna happen. This is for a curse. This is for a punishment. The Lord using Esau to punish the earth.
And if I
the
mistake,
rich people, they're not gonna be suffering. I mean, the real rich people, not the rich, not the people that's getting busted in the black vans. Those are the artists. The black vans coming through. Those are the artists coming through. Singing with them. Right? Those, they're not rich. They're gonna suffer too. These saw what the elite rich.
Yep, this is not
yeah, no, I just wanted to add to your point, which you already probably said this. I just want to reiterate it. When they do this reset and they do make these things available to the people, it's going to come with a set of conditions.
Yeah.
So in order for you to gain access to it, it's going to come with the CHIP, the MOT. And, you know, once they do this, what they're doing is a reset. You know, once they go through with it and they bring everything back online, you know, they're going to expect subservience. Right? That's going to come with terms and conditions.
Right. Then that's going to be affordable. Not in our terms affordable, right. But in their terms, right. That's going to be worth their while, not ours.
Exactly.
That's going to be affordable for them.
Right.
However,
because like you said, it's going to come as a miracle. They're going to have to get people to suffer first to then come to them for a solution. What's the solution? How do we appease this burden of starvation, of hunger, of lack of security? Because if they do go through with the great shutdown of some sort to any degree, there's going to be anarchy. There's going to be turbulence. You know? Yeah, for lack of a better word, there's going to be turbulence out here, man. So in order for them to bring a sense of order back, they're going to have to introduce that new way.
And that's when it's going to be affordable system.
Yeah. That's all I want.
Yeah, the airplane. That's not even guaranteed. Look, these are supplies.
That's right. That's right. Never trust that.
Although it may be affordable at that time, because you had the airplane, these are still the government.
Yeah, it's not ready to pack it up anymore.
You can still arrest you for fusion with crime.
Right.
They attach you to something. Someone crime or location.
Damn B again.
No, so we don't promote you taking
Nope.
the implant because it's going to be cheap for you almost that. Right now, it's very, very expensive.
And then he got a precept, right? And I got the hour contention.
All right. So this is like I said, this is in the Blue Letter Bible.
Read the whole thing.
Yep. All right. So once again, this is for staff. Or I'm sorry, not staff.
Yeah. No, we're getting ready to close up. We just got to get our last few precepts.
This is the word here for stay. In the Blue Letter Bible.
Abishai is taking this away. Yep. All right. All of our captivity, this is done, and it's going to be done again because you saw can offer a solution. Bring this back. Bring some level of security.
It says here in the Strong's definition, a support, concretely, an example, figuratively, a protector or sustenance.
Protect not the state, the government.
Yep. Now, when you go to the
in the respect of the new system coming in.
Yeah. When you go to the Jetson's Hebrew Chaldee lexicon and you look at this word here, it says, for Isaiah 3:1, it says support of every kind.
Support of every kind. That means your toiletries, your deodorant, soap, water, clean water, grocery store shopping, food, vegetables.
Then it says,
the Lord is going to take this away.
Right.
It's the curse.
Then it says, for example, e.g., as it is said, a little after of food and drink. So that's what it's basically that's what it means in Isaiah 3:1. It's talking about food and drink. Yep.
So Revelation chapter 3 verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Our temptation is the input. Esau's offering, the government's offering you a better, easier life. Right? So by itself, you don't have the input.
Cars come out of nowhere.
That's what you cut out the system. But if you take the implant, you'll get provision, you'll get that easier life. You'll be able to buy itself in the grocery store. That's what Esau tells you. Still running turmoil. Difficult. Esau is saying, take that mark, you'll be able to buy itself. Provisions.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a bond, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
I can even see them making things expensive if you use cash or debit card. You can make it cheap. Making it cheap from double. You're going through like Maryland or whatever, 95. Yeah, it's double. Going 95 north. It's double the price. I believe it's $9.50 if you pay with the license plate. $4.50 if you pay. I know you said the sign. It's double, right? And it's $4.50 if you for $9 pay with the easy bag. $4.50 if you pay. $9 if you pay with the license plate. That's like $4.50 if you pay with the easy bag.
So they're going to incentivize it.
Yes, I can see them doing it.
They're going to incentivize
making the price so expensive that it's cheaper to go and buy the electronic.
Right. It's right. Revelation 13:17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, with the name of the beast or the number of its name.
We believe that's the income. Right? You can see the transformation from gold, silver, cash, debit card. So we can see it. And that's where it's going.
Right, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Nope, that's code embedded within the technology.
Right. And that's why you see that number associated with the meetings and things that they have centered around that technology. Right? So, like what they did with the World Economic Forum, they ran a line to the word made of 666. Yeah.
That's
The three O's, they line it up. World Economic Forum, and under the three O's, they ran a line to make a 666. Yeah. And remember, that's where they were talking about what? Bringing about that device, the carbon footprint, all those things, and tying them together. Remember, it's a green initiative, so they're going to roll this thing out, not only incentivizing it, but making it seem as if it's a benefit. If it's a benefit, it's like the brother said, it's going to seem like a miracle. They're going to make it seem like it's for your, for your well-being. And then when people don't accept it, that's when that. Remember, everything that is set within this country is backed up by force. Everything that this man does is backed up by force.
Yeah. That's how slavery started. 1492.
Yep. Or the threat of force.
Yeah, that was about force, about slavery, mass murder. And they were established in the beginning of the New World Order.
Right.
They didn't have it now. Mass murder.
That's like the scripture says, even though he humbleth himself, called crouching, he's what? On sword. Everything he does, comes in a certain manner so as to not go detected. But then there's going to be a certain level of non-compliance. So they're going to have to use the threat of force. And at the very least, you're going to be shut out. This is why, as a man of the Lord, you got to have faith in Yakalba Page. And the Lord is going to provide for his men. Okay? And those that believe, the women and children that are going to be with those men. All right? So the Lord is going to provide. That's why when we read Revelation 3 and 10, he said that he was going to keep us from that hour of temptation. All right? If we kept the word of the Lord's patience. So really, the 2/3 and the rest of the world, they're the ones that got to worry about it. Because the Lord's elect, they're going to keep their integrity. The main thing that Esau is attacking is our faith. Our faith. And that's how you're going to be tested in this hour of temptation, your faith. Right. Trust in the Lord. Go ahead.
It's Mark 13 and 22.
You got something too? Okay.
For false Christ and false prophets shall rise and shall show signs of wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. Exactly. So it's going to be false Christ, false prophets. So,
right.
We see Esau how he's going to come with this MOB. He's going to come in like the brother said,
claiming to be anointed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you had the Pope. He endorsed the damn VAXX. He'll also be the one to endorse the CHIP. When Trump came and had all these different so-called health experts come together, when they were in those meetings, they called these pharmaceuticals miracles. Okay, so they're gonna come in like manner, false Christ.
Yeah, more than one miracle. A lot of miracles.
Yeah.
That's why, like, what he's gonna talk about.
Well, that's what they're trying to do with the Neuralink, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is it's all tied in together with that image, okay? And then the mark itself, we know, is the RFID CHIP. Okay, which that's an example of that technology, like the brother said. That's another false miracle. Go ahead, Doc. Oh, hold on, Salaki, brother. Tazapal, read what you got quick.
This is
and then
Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. The wisdom is knowing that whatever they do is wrong to begin with. And the knowledge that you shall have is to follow the commandments. We're told not to take anything in our bodies as like cut.
Right. Okay.
And the strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his strength.
Right.
We're not going to fear men. They're not only able to kill you, but whoever can kill the soul and the body, that's what you fear. The only one that can kill it is the Lord.
Right. Yeah, how about Shemuel-Shai? That's right, brother. That's right. Go ahead, Doc.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. The word was in his heart.
Yeah, you notice how he keeps basically using these words as green initiative, the fourth industrial revolution. He speaks in terms as if it's a benefit to society.
Save the planet.
Save the planet. He the one destroying it.
No plastic.
Right, he's the one destroying it. He's the one trying to garner absolute control over the population. He's the one promoting it as something that's to your benefit. So that's his crafty counsel, as well as using the ability to speak a certain way as to not go undetected. That's why these people just accept it.
Like a snake.
Like a snake, as a serpent.
Snake
Right.
is not gonna
He's
tell you
using
I'm
wisdom
here.
on the left. Right. Right. Exactly.
Snake is gonna camouflage you. She won't tell you I'm here.
Right. But at the end, you're still going to get bit when you come in path. Okay, come across his path. Go ahead.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, look how he speaks in terms of these recent so-called shootings. You know, enough's enough. We got to do something. You know, he makes it seem like he's seeking to, do good, when in actuality, he wants a sick, weak, and defenseless population for when he does his global takeover. Canada was one of the first ones to come out and say, listen, we banning these different arms. And America's following right behind them. You got to remember, behind closed doors, there's something called the North American Union, the NAU, where they got these countries joined together, okay, secretly, to operate under that same world government or governance. That's why Canada, okay, yeah, but they're all doing it under the authority of the Edomites, right? That's why they're doing these different things, because basically it's crunch time for the devil. He knows that he has a short time. You know, so we're gonna see more and more things happen, but right now he's still keeping that image of, for your good, for the betterment of society, humanity, But this man is the one actually committing crimes against the world, against humanity. All these different organizations that he's created, whether it be the Council of Foreign Relations, all right, the United Nations, all these different things were actually hostile takeovers of other countries. So they set themselves up to keep that image of good when behind the scenes they're planning on how to destroy the world and keep it under that one world governance, okay, by the Edomites, go ahead. And you got to go into these things, man. But when he gets on stage, he speaks eloquently. He speaks in terms of trying to garner trust by offering you these different things. Like when Ronald Reagan made that speech at the United Nations, he basically was down talking the coming of the Lord and the angels, and he told you that they were outside invaders that were looking to, destroy you. When in actuality, they're looking to destroy him. And there's plenty of examples, man, but that's just one of the ones that comes to my mind. All right? Go ahead. So he does all these things under the guise of health and security and all these other things that are supposed to be for your benefit. But what? Continue.
Cast thy burden upon the Lord.
No, read a verse up about softer than oil.
Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
But war was in his heart, so his intention was to garner your trust so he could overly destroy you. All right? In a hostile takeover. Go ahead.
His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords.
It speaks for itself, and this is no different. He's introducing this technology under the guise of benefit, when in actuality, it's going to be destructive. It's going to be to your demise, your detriment. Go ahead. I think that was it on that, right? All right, you got one more? Go ahead. What else do we got?
We got 6 inches.
All right.
Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
There you go.
For like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Con, straight to the point. Next precept.
2nd Ezra 16 to 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand and fear the Lord. The beginning of evil is like the times come. We never seen that. We're literally in times, the beginning of sorrows and great wars. Hey, we're all seeing this before our eyes, man. So we're in these times that it is.
Right.
So it says, verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for men. Yes, really, the Lord is going to bring all the plagues and famines and scourges and tribulation upon the earth.
Right.
Mainly,
Find me the
judge
east.
what? Just keep on
So
reading.
Find me the east.
But for
I think it
all
might be
these
this
things, oh,
Might be this way.
The Lord literally sending all these plagues, these scourges, just to judge the wicked. And what? He's using Esau. Esau is the sword. So it says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Yeah, because really these people don't know that the Lord is doing. We're just gonna keep on waiting, for things to get better. While Esau, saying
They don't realize it's actually a fall of an empire going on. They think in terms of what they're only able to see with their eyes, they're not able to see past things. The scriptures say that a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth. We're taking refuge in the names of our power and this doctrine, so that when these things happen, we have a hedge, we have protection. That's what the Lord is going to analyze. Our integrity, our faith, and our knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is going to be, put to the test. What we retain. That's why the scriptures tell you, hold fast now with thou hast. Right? So whatever you got, name, whatever prophecies, that's what you're going to basically structure any decision on.
Damn, man, you crazy as hell, man.
That's what's going to get us through. That's what's going to help us endure, is having a sound mind, knowing that this is what the Lord said was going to happen. And there's a very particular way that we got to move in these times. So, we're going to assume the position in faith. Is that it? And we pretty much ended there, right? There's one more.
Oh yeah. It says, behold, victual shall be so good cheap on earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great.
Yeah, I mean, during the so-called Trump administration, you've seen the lowest, the lowest inflation, the lowest this, lowest that, right? Lowest unemployment rate. The gas was at a particular level, right? Manageable. And they thought themselves were in good case, That was the making America great again era, right? Now we're in the era of Build Back Better, which is no more than Esau instituting his NWO, right? So even then shall evil be multiplied and grow. So now we're seeing a great level of evil intensify with this next administration under the Biden administration. All right. So, Lord's will. This is the last presidency. All right. That we have to endure. Hopefully they use this man, and you can see that they're totally using this guy. They have a good scapegoat set in place for when all things unravel. His incompetence, Go ahead. Is that it on there?
Yeah, we keep going. It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine.
So people are going to die of starvation. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's going to get so bad, people are going to resort to cannibalism.
And the other that escape the hunger.
So if you do escape the hunger, right, you find yourself some food, right?
Shall the sword destroy.
Shall the sword destroy. The ultimate sword is the missile. So even if people take that garagma, they're not going to escape judgment. They're going to have to be destroyed by that thermonuclear destruction. And the fire is going to come from the outside and perish.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them.
Exactly. Everybody's going to be concerned about their own survival.
For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left till the earth and the soul. Yep. Yes, that's right.
All right, brothers, all y'all good over here? Everything out? All right, so hey, with that, we want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect.
Whoa.
Hey, brothers, just keep continuing in the faith, man. Keep continuing. Hold on to the faith. Things are gonna, get bumpier. Things are gonna get more intense. We just gotta trust in Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, and He's gonna preserve us and take care of the rest. So, Baba Ball.
Baba Ball. So, hit the X button.
Yeah.